So I've just had an interesting thought. If I somehow fail to make it through FMBR, that's an acronym for Forlorn Muskeg Broken Railroad if you missed it, and I restart, where would I start? Where would I cheat death? At the risk of distracting myself with an overly ponderous question as I nurse the final 10 hours of this hypothermia timer. Hello, Legion. This is Adrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. I'm going to go ahead, and before I go anywhere, we're going to step right here, and we're going to go ahead and drop some of the heaviest stuff we're carrying. I'm going to leave... God, that's a lot of books. Can't believe I'm lugging those around. There's a method to the madness, but... I know. Jennifer, believe me, I know. Okay, so now we can move a little bit faster. It's not going to help that much because we're exhausted. But anything to speed us up a little. One of the things I'm really grateful for at the moment is that we do have this fog keeping it a little bit warmer for us here in the muskeg. It's the middle of the night. Hypothermia is a jerk. Thin ice is a jerk. Fog is also technically a jerk. I just want to... There we go. I knew there was one more around here somewhere. Okay, now we're getting pretty cold. Let's head back. Thankfully, we can see our fire pretty clearly.
I'm so tired, I could lay down right here.
That's 10 minutes that I'm not sure that I have, given that we are getting colder now. Notice that the... I don't know, the fog seems like it might be thinning slightly. So I'm just going to be very, very careful with every little stick run that I do here. The most important thing to note is that we have about 9 hours still to go. All right, there we go. But it's going to tell us that we only have like 5 hours, 50 minutes on the fire. We have more than that. But we're going to need it to last a little bit longer than this, because I don't think, as much as the timer can do magic, I don't think it's going to stretch all the way to 9 hours. As a matter of fact, I know it's not going to. So, I think what I will do here, just to... maintain my energy level. Okay, there's an aurora. That, honestly... So it's going to be cold. I had a feeling that was going to happen. It's going to be cold, and I don't love that. Let's see if we can spot the bear. Yeah, it's going to be really cold now. Okay, we're going to have to move faster. That is not ideal. Okay. I don't think there are any sticks left out here to speak of. I think I see a scrub brush over there. This is risky, for reasons that I don't need to explain to you, given the events of the last episode, and given that timer. We can't sprint because we're tired, and that timer is moving plenty quick. Man, set 20 minutes. I don't know if I have 20 minutes. Okay. 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 We're going to have to take this one step at a time, because the last thing that I want to do is reset that timer again. So, what would I do? Where would I start in terms of that question? I think I would restart here if I restarted. I'd be willing to cheat death. It would be a first in the Against All Odds series, because it's a first in The Long Dark. It's a new feature that we have access to that hasn't always been the case. Tell you what, this would be an easy way to manage our situation a little bit. Let's drink this. It'll keep us warmer. And give us a little bit of health. Now that bear is out here somewhere. Just making sure he wasn't literally right there, because that would have been bad. Okay, let's get low to the ground and make absolutely sure the bear's not right here. Okay. So I think this is risky because we don't have a lot of time. Oh, nice. I didn't notice that scrub brush there. I have a plan. Okay, I think I know what we can do here. In terms of restarting, if I did decide to restart... Oh boy, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. Stop it. Okay. If I did decide to restart, I think what I would do is restart here. And still try and make it to the Forlorn Muskeg from a fresh start. I think that would actually be a lot of fun. It would be hard. It would be a little bit... It would be a shakeup in the narrative, obviously, because we always try to do these straight runs end to end, exploring all of Great Bear, Far Territory included. Okay, there we go. Make a little bit more tea. Drink that. It'll warm us up again. But I think it'd be fun. It would just be stressful because we would lose all of our gear. Alternatively, we could cheat death. If you're not familiar with what I mean when I say cheat death, the Long Dark has added a system when you die that allows you to basically come back to life near where you died with a debuff. With some form of just minor negative impact. I'm just going to take that and go back. Just nursing this fire. The most important thing is that we pass the 9 hours. Yeah, so you have some form of negative impact. You can choose whether or not you cheat death. I don't think you can choose the debuff. I actually haven't done it yet because I've wanted to experience on camera what that system looks like. So I don't know if, I genuinely don't know if I would do it or not. I think I would face the decision when I came to it, which could be this episode. Who knows? All right, 6 hours, 4 minutes. Nice. All right, so we officially have enough time on this fire at the moment. But you know what we don't have? Enough water. Let's go ahead and take care of that. This fire will get us the rest of the way. All right, we're going to drink that water, and then what I will do is... Do I have any more coffee at all? I am fairly certain the answer to that question is no. Because I had tea in the flask. Yeah, the flask is empty. I drank that stuff last episode. Okay. Well, I don't have any more birch bark tea at the moment, but I'm just going to make some rosehip tea. It's not going to do me any good treatment-wise. But it will do me good warmth-wise. The light seems to be fading a bit. I kind of wonder... Checking for predators. I haven't seen the bear in a bit, and that makes me nervous. I kind of wonder if the aurora might be on its way out already. Because that light change was interesting. It may just be because it's getting, that might be early dawn light. Oof. Okay. Remember, every time we fast forward time, even just by 10, 20 minutes, it will fast forward any animals on their patrol routes. Man, I don't know where this bear is, and it is freaking me out, Legion. One of the things that's been so exciting about returning to Against All Odds now that the wildlife refresh has finally happened, we just don't know where the animals are, you know? We have no freaking clue. All right, this fire will last me the rest of this. So I think what I need to do here, let's go ahead and pick everything back up. Okay, so we've got 6 hours, 34 minutes on the fire. I do need some water. Matter of fact, hang on. Let's use the cooking pot instead. And we'll do that much. And while it's doing that, are we still warming up? We are. What just happened to my voice? Okay. What the hell was that? I want to go looking for sticks one more time. Just one more time. I have a feeling there might be a scrub brush over here, and I just want to check. We are weighed down by all the stuff I picked up, and I know it's a noticeable difference. A moment ago, I feel like I saw one more scrub brush over here. Yep, I did. I was not making that up. Oh, no. I might have to drop everything here. Notice how much faster it started getting colder. I think we'll make it. It's close, though. Wow, that was a sudden temperature shift. While we were just spending 13 minutes breaking that scrub brush down. Holy heck, what a close one. Could have been closer. That's just to add a little bit more time to the end of the fire. Seven hours, perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and pass time until this is ready. Drink it to top off thirst. Grab the cooking pot, and we are going to sleep for... Now, we only need to sleep for, you know... I'm going to go ahead and plug in 7 hours. Because we'll get more condition recovery. We're recovering from hypothermia at some point during the night, which means we will make up more health. Look at that health bar. It's a beautiful thing. And look at... We still have 3 hours on the fire. Are you kidding? Okay, fine. Game, you know what? You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. If you're going to give me that much time, I am not going to look, as I said several series back, and a couple of years ago now, I will not look a gift horse in the mouse. You heard me. All right, 3 more hours. Now, mind you, I'm going to wake up. There's probably still going to be more than an hour on the fire because magic. Look at that. Yeah, hour on the fire. Look at that. Here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and pop that there. We're going to go ahead and prepare some rosehip tea. That'll warm us up. All right, we've got our bedroll. We're going to take a torch so we can stay warm.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
If there's a bear here, I swear to God. Okay. I would have lost my entire mind if the bear was like right here. Because remember, the bear is what put us in this position. We were just moving down the tracks. We were going to have a leisurely stroll. Look at how beautiful this is. We're just going to have a leisurely stroll through Forlorn Muskeg. And the game was just like, oh, you think this is going to be relaxing? Watch this. So this has been actually a pretty good case study, especially given the question that I opened the episode with. It's been a pretty good case study in how quickly things can turn in both directions in the long dark. As long as you're careful and you don't take unnecessary risks. A situation where something surprises you and you lose a lot of life or you get like a really dangerous condition like hypothermia, that can be turned around quite quickly. We'll need to pick some cattails. But frankly, I'm more focused on forward movement right now. If it's not super obvious. What's interesting is that at this moment we're finally reaching this section of the Forlorn Muskeg that we haven't really been to yet. I'm loving, by the way, the texture blending that we're seeing. Let's grab these cattails. I will go ahead and grab both pieces for now. Not quite at a point where every single cattail we pick, we leave one half behind. Yeah, there's the hunting blind over there, and I am tempted to go over there if I had less... Oh, that's a wolf. If I had less condition, I'd be less inclined. But especially with the wolf kind of forcing us off the path. Hang on. Speaking of being forced off the path, let me make sure that I'm somewhere that I can move quickly. Okay. I don't love this. This feels too familiar. This feels way too familiar. This is exactly what happened last time. Just being casually forced to the right by an animal. Ooh. That was scary. Do not want. But I think that's the only stretch I'll have to worry about. Because, first of all, we're plenty warm. Thankfully, we're also plenty rested. The real threat at this point... Oh, there goes the torch. The real threat at this point is the weather in Forlorn Muskeg. Or in Broken Railroad. Alright, so that's a deer, not a human. And I do have a gun, so I might as well keep it out. I'm being particularly mindful of the fact that we might have a wolf back behind this rock to my left. Not really a rock, it's more of an outcropping. I'm not going to grab that old man's beard right now, because I do want to maintain some forward momentum. Okay, no wolf. Although that is not the straight shot I hoped it would be. And I should have known that, because I've been here before, but we're going to have to go around the far side here. I see some cattails, which is good. Okay, just going to really watch carefully for any wolves lingering in these trees. Perfect soundtrack for the moment, because we're safe, but we're not, you know? Oh my gosh, hold on. That is definitely... I'm going to get low just in case there's a wolf closer than I think, but look at these. Look at this. There's so many sticks. Holy crap. I'm tempted to grab those, but I don't want to walk that far inland. This area here is just hilly enough that there could be a wolf behind any of these slopes, and you wouldn't know it necessarily. There could be a wolf right there behind that tree. and we wouldn't know it. We could hear a bark in 2 seconds because of our vision being obscured by this terrain. If it happened right now, I would have the blind to kind of escape to. And I'm not saying I would literally escape, but it would give me a shot to sort of get up there at the top of the stairs, point the rifle, pull the trigger, and then not worry about it. Okay. Gonna grab a few more sticks. Oh look, some cedar firewood. 2 pieces of cedar firewood. I will absolutely take that. That's gonna come in handy. Oh, there are those cattails that I saw. So I may actually, at some point here, I think I'll keep pressing a little bit more, but there's a part of me that's thinking, maybe I should go ahead and start thinking about where I can make a fire safely. Okay, nice. Some revolver ammo. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for rifle ammo, but I'll take revolver ammo. It's fine. I do have a revolver. That's one thing I can bear in mind. If I really want to scare a wolf off, I can use that. Because God knows I have enough ammunition to waste a few. Matter of fact, I did get a new mouse, by the way. It's still pretty sensitive. It's remarkably similar shape. Different manufacturer, but amazingly similar shape. Watch me put the revolver away, because I've learned things. But it's got... I can't remember if I mentioned this already in the series. I might have. But it's got slightly... like, just a slightly bigger left button. The left button on the old mouse was quite thin because of some side buttons to the left of my index finger that were built into the mouse. New mouse is the same shape, fits my hand in the same way. It's kind of small, but it's comfy, nevertheless. But the button is a little bit bigger. And because it's a little bit bigger, it's a bigger piece of plastic. It's not as reactive to touch just because of the way mass works. And that's, I think, what I needed, because that last mouse, we have had some moments since I brought the channel back.
Gotta warm up somehow.
I'm going to go ahead and get my rifle out in this particular scenario, because the farther we go here, if we were to shoot the revolver to scare a wolf off, the wolf could just run into this little corner. And then what would we do? Okay, so this is where it gets interesting, because we're at the end of the day. The weather is actually pretty good, but we're getting cold. So we're going to need to find a spot where we can make a fire, or Broken Railroad's going to have to be real nice to us. I do thankfully have what I need to make a good fire. I'm moving a little bit slowly, but it's not too bad. So one thing I may do is make a quick fire right here in a spot that's protected from the wind, assuming I can find one. Would this protect me from the wind, maybe? Oh, it doesn't show it's protecting me from the wind. What about a little farther in?
If I don't warm up soon.
Don't be so dramatic. You're fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm protected from the wind here. Okay, let me go through and see if there's anything on the other side.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Hello, Broken Railroad, my old friend. You look good. Have you been good? How's the new lighting treating you? Where are you hiding your wolves? I don't know, and that scares me. Are there bears on the tracks now? We don't know.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
That is... Jennifer, that is not on the top of your problem list. That's not even near the top of your problem list, believe me. Okay, so we can definitely start a fire here in this corner. I think what I'm going to do is just try to pop one down right here. I don't need the fire to last long. We're going to go ahead and use... I'm not going to use accelerant, but I will use my magnifying lens so I don't waste a match. We've got some daylight left. Might as well use it. My gosh.
Fire.
Yeah, please. So we don't even need the fire to be warm enough necessarily. I think the main thing I want to do here is just be able to heat a beverage. But on the other hand, if I were to just drop those logs that I picked up, that would be an easy excuse to lose some encumbrance. Beautiful. Now, I don't think I have... Oh, I can prepare some more birch bark. Perfect. Tell you what, then, let's go ahead and prepare 2. Okay, we still have 3 hours on the fire, so weather's not messing with us too much. We're going to go ahead and prepare both of these. Let's drink that one. I'll have to eat some more cattails in a second. Now we're going to take this one, and we're going to pop it. It's not going to do us a whole lot of good to use this in this way, because it's only one drink. But we're going to pop that in there. Now, another thing that I can do before I go anywhere...
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Yeah. Let's take care of that. So that candy bar, I pretty much needed to eat it right there. We don't have a lot of water left, unfortunately. But thirst-wise, we're doing okay. I'm going to go ahead and eat as many of these as I can stand. Because this next little bit, we're going to try and make it through the zone here. Unless the game throws just a vicious curveball and I can't within the space of what's left in the episode. I've got a little bit more time today for the recording. Still doing a lot of unpacking and decorating relating stuff each morning, so I'm not sitting to record as many episodes at a time as I would like to, but we're getting back in the flow of it. Alright, let's take a torch. We're going to try to make it through. So let's see how nice the zone wants to be to us. Now, I think what I'm going to try to do here, as much as we could go the traditional route, which is to hang a right up here, checking for wolves, and to go down through the waterfall area, little mini ravine. There is a way to go over, unless they've patched it, which they may have. I'm going to check. It would have been in the most recent updates, because we've been able to do this over the last couple of years. And I would honestly be surprised if they patched this. It would be kind of a weird Giga Chad thing for Hinterland to do, to take this particular map hack away from us. But it is possible when you get to this cave-in here that I'm about to get to, or this landslide, it's possible just to go over the rocks. And that's what I'm going to do.
It's getting dark out here.
Assuming it's still possible and that it hasn't been patched. Yes, landslide, not cave-in. Landslide. Insert Fleetwood Mac reference here. Yeah, did they patch it? It certainly seems... Oh, nope, here it is. Yep, that's it. Same spot. Same spot. Beautiful. You do have to kind of zigzag your way across some of the slopes, so it's not perfect. But if you're not super intimidated by those artificial boundaries, and you can find your way to push past them, That's often all that's stopping you in the long dark in moments like that. It's just finding the spot that'll let you slide through. Okay. As tempted as I am to check that way, I hear the telltale signs of an aurora. And there are wolves about. So we're going to be arriving at the Broken Railroad. Holy crap, words. The Broken Railroad maintenance shed with glowy green company. Although, truth be told, if I'm fast enough here, I might dodge that particular bullet. And we are moving pretty quick at the moment, surprisingly. Speaking of that, hold on. All right, yeah, I do have my hatchet. I need to sharpen that soon. I'm a little bit nervous with all that stuff I dropped on the ground. Those of you who have watched the most recent Against All Odds seasons, including the Season 0 runs that I've mentioned, which were lower difficulty runs for those of you who didn't see them. There was a moment in Season 02 where I dropped my lantern in a cave in the Sundered Pass. And then the world proceeded to eat my lantern. I really need to figure out what's making that noise. I have a mic stand and a monitor stand for my monitors. And somewhere, a joint is popping. If you heard that just now, that's what that is. And it's been happening, and I genuinely, nothing shakes, nothing moves when it happens, so it's hard for me to tell where it is. I'm wearing headphones too every time it happens, so it's hard to notice. Anyway, it's really not relevant to gameplay. Yeah, if I keep moving here, because the sun's not fully down yet, I might be able to get into the shed before the wolves aurorify. So we're going to try to pull that off. Look at that sunset. Beautiful Broken Railroad sunset as we arrive. We are, of course, not even cold yet. That's the other... Hello. That's the other good thing. How did that... Excuse you... No. 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 That was not... Did I just hear a wolf? Oh, I must have... Oh, interesting. Is the wolf aggroed on me? It is. What the heck? What the entire heck? I wonder if that has to do with the settings that I've chosen for the wolves. Yeah, I know that was close, by the way. Just casually, like, shooting a wolf at the last possible second. It's fine. It's fine. What are you worried about? Oh my. That was weird. So, I thought for sure when it barked, so there wasn't any pursuit music there, which, by the way, thanks for that. And I actually mean that. I'm not being sarcastic. I probably sound sarcastic, but the pursuit music that plays, the little tension theme that plays whenever a wolf stalks you, that is one of my least favorite additions to the game in years. I joked on what was Twitter with Raphael. I think I made him mad a little bit because I disliked it so much that I joked about nuking it from orbit if I could. I hate it. The main reason I hate it is that it disrupts the soundtrack of the game. So if a piece of music is playing that you're listening to, but then a wolf aggroes, it will cut the music. That used to never happen. Now it happens anytime a wolf decides to chase you while you're vibing to some music. And I'm cool with managing that tension while listening to pretty music. That's part of the fun of the long dark for me. The Hinterland development team apparently disagrees. So they have this pursuit music that cuts off. And here I go on my rant again. It's been years. I'm still ranting about it. Alright, so I'm not sure where the wolves are. I'm going to be a little bit spicy here. Hello, dead guy. I told him not to head that way, but stubborn and stupid sometimes ride the same wagon. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is the broken railroad. So it looks like we might have a cache there. That's nice. Replacement fuse. That's even nicer. Okay, I don't see any wolves. We're gonna sprint. Hell yeah. Made it. Okay, let's take a second. It's dark in here. The lighting has definitely affected the way that interior environments like this and caves are experienced. The lighting changes that they've made, and I'm not sure how much of it is intentional. I would imagine when they release episode 5, we might get some patches to the way the lighting looks. I think we're probably past the point of getting a hotfix. I think there's already been at least one hotfix to the most recent patch. So I doubt we're going to get another one. Okay, so we got some driving gloves for some more leather there. This is going to be nice because, as I mentioned several episodes back, the Broken Railroad is a more loot-dense zone than it often gets credit for. So we could find some stuff here that's really useful to have. They hate the light. Yes, yes they do. What is this, a zombie game? Computer. New buffer memory. The hike up to Overlook after the call came in over the radio was uneventful. It had started to snow, which didn't leave me confident about an evac if we needed it. Yeah, I had to stare at that first sentence for a second. Like, what? Oh, turned off my lantern when I went to read that. That's weird. Oh, there's a radio here. So this could be the moment we meet the trader. Still hasn't happened yet, by the way. He hasn't called. Could happen, though. Let's step inside here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And tell you what, we are at the 37-minute mark. I will go ahead and search a few things while I'm right here. There's some more film, which we don't really need. We don't have the camera at the moment. Most of our film is in Mystery Lake. We'll have to go back and get that later. This is something I've been looking forward to doing. Oh, silly me. I was still in the base customization mode. Or safe house customization mode. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one right here. Matter of fact, I'll just do this again. There we go. There's my save point. In the next one, we're going to finish exploring this area. We're going to dodge the sparking wires. And then we have a little bit of exploring to do in Broken Railroad before we head into the far territory. But then we're going to the new zones. For those of you who haven't seen them yet, I know there have been a few people in the comments excited to see the new territory, especially experienced at this difficulty. We have only been to the newest zones, the Zone of Contamination and the Sundered Pass, in the Season 0 runs, which were more Stalker adjacent, even more Voyager adjacent. They were somewhere between Voyager and Stalker, very intentionally, those series. This is Loper adjacent, so it's going to be an interesting time. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes are dropping every 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Every day, I should say, at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And comments are always welcome. Leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.